But there's one big name we have not talked about yet, and that is Christian McCaffrey. And Carla Gebhardt has been monitoring this story all week long to find out when we might see him on the field against. Let's send it back to the studio. Carla, what you got on CMC?
That's right, guys. On Tuesday, we got the best kind of news, and that's the fact that Christian McCaffrey was designated to return from the reserve injured list. Now, of course, we are very familiar. No, he's been out with that high ankle sprain since week 2 against Tampa Bay, but the Panthers did officially decide not to activate him off the injury reserve for tonight's game against the Falcons, which means he's going to miss his 6th straight game. And we all know this decision is probably eating at number 22 just a little bit, but you got to think this does mean that the official return can't be too far out. And Coach Matt RHULE met with us in an exclusive interview to talk about C-Mac's return. Here's what he had to say.
I go back to the play he scored on after he hurt himself. You know, at 4th and 2, Teddy and Russell made an unbelievable play on a speed option, and the guy catches it, you know, and he can't even run. He finds a way to get in the end zone. Just the ultimate competitor. And so, you know, he's at a point where he could probably come back early, but, you know, he would not be the same player he always is. So we're making sure he's 100%, not 99%, but 100%. And if you know Christian, you know he's fighting, scratching, clawing to play. So, you know, we'll wait up, you know, right up until the time that we have to know, you know, in terms of where he's at. We don't want to put him out there too early. But when he comes out there, I know he's going to be, whenever it is, I know he's going to be something special to watch.
And the Panthers might finally be saying, hey, you know what? We miss CMC, especially when they look at these numbers. Al, the last 2 games have been dismal on the ground. 64 yards against the Bears, 27 total on the ground against the Saints. Mike Davis had a 12-yard total game, and we already know that he plays like a madman. Al, how do you think he was in the locker room after that 12-yard performance?
It had to be tough. I mean, it's difficult to go out and want to produce and come up with only 12 yards. So for Mike Davis, you want to do your part for this team. He's not able to do it. That had to not sit well with him. I know he can't wait to get back out there tonight.
Yeah, and certainly if Christian McCaffrey was 100%, would you play him tonight?
I would give him another week. There's no way. I know what we have waiting in the wings. We know how electric he can be. He can be a difference maker for this offense, another additional piece. But I think you temper your expectations. You let him rest that ankle. Kansas City's right around the corner, and you're going to need that type of explosive playmaker in Christian McCaffrey a week from now.
Yeah, and certainly let him get another week under his belt. That'll help things out. Well, let's toss it back to the 2 guys who are always game, Josh and Will.
Yeah, I actually disagree with Al. If he's 100%, you roll with them. You let this kid play some football. Sorry, Al, but you're far enough away where I can disagree with you. But he's not 100%, and there's no reason to bring him back if he's not 100%, because if the high ankle sprain, if you tweak it, then you're out another month. So until then, and they got another game on grass in Kansas City, which is the safe bet.
Yeah, you're talking playoff push with this team, so make sure McCaffrey is 100% when you make that playoff push.